Oh, hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. Been a while. Day jobs keeping me busy, and I forgot how long it took to build one of these. This is something I realize I don't really love doing anymore, and that is modding systems. This is a AV out mod for the um, 5200. This is a two-port Atari 5200, and yeah, I think I'm gonna jack the price up on this a little bit. I forget how much labor. I mean, you can see physically how large this thing is. It's just put my camera far enough back. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it's a large board. I mean, we're talking, oh man, about 14 inches across. It's a big motherboard. So this is a little board I make. This is a basically amplifier board, and you tack into the. I have all this stuff on my website actually in case you want to try it yourself. So this is your this is your chroma lines. This is your color, and these are the luma lines. They get get summed together, and then there's your audio, 5 volts, and a ground. So this is all on my website if you want to go to retrogame.cyberfreak.com. I have this images up there, and the schematic is up there as well, which is this guy here. So I'll get some oil on there. But yeah, that's the schematic for it. That is up on the website. I do offer this, but I don't know how much I'm going to be charging for this. It's a bit of work. The hardest part is these systems come with this lovely shielding here, both sides. That's the kind of pain. And when I do my service, I actually replace, this is a 47 microfarad cap. This is like the only electrolytic in here, but I do replace that. And yeah, so this is, I think from the manufacturer, they have a couple little, they have a pin pulled up, and then they have a couple kludge wires here. Whatever. So I'm not going to worry about that. I did verify the system worked before I started working on it, because that'd be really silly. It worked just fine. So this shield comes back on here. And this was wobbly too, so I ended up reflowing those solder joints to make sure. So that's nice. This is a voltage regulator here, and it just kind of, yeah, a little wobbly. Technically, I do not need the this cable anymore, but I'm going to leave it on there anyway. If this was a 4-porter, you kind of still need that because your power comes through there. And I don't currently offer the mod for the for converting it to not needing that little switch box, because I kind of like the idea of the little switch box. So, I don't know why it's so distorted. Weird. And I didn't do it. Anyways, then before I put the shield on, a little bit of a pain. What I have to do is pop this little door off here. Wait. How to do my mod is minimal destruction to the actual system. Wow, you really don't want to go, do you? 2 clips here, and I don't. This plastic is a touch on the brittle side. I don't feel like snapping that plastic. Hold on, tick. Of course it falls on the floor. Why wouldn't it? Alright, so this is a little expansion cover, door cover. And what I do is I mount up the S-video and the audio cable to it. And the reason I'm not completely closing everything up right now is I want to be able to, is how far back it goes. I want to be able to, on the original design for this amplifier, this was a fixed resistor. I changed it to a pot instead. And then this is actually the color adjust on the 5200. So sure the exact routing it needs. Not that you need anymore. I just don't want to interfere with the power button there. Alright, so I need to pause a second and map out some holes to drill. Okay, so what I do end up doing is I use these nice gold-plated connectors. Dual mono, but I prefer to have one color of each anyway. Actually, I have one other of these that I need to work on as well. So if I want to get these finished up, I have a bunch of controllers backlog right now. I have a dual digital one I want to get out the door and other things too. So trying to get these done. Nice little panel mount. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. I'll leave that on there. Do need this little thing. That's the ground lug. But that's fine. Make sure that. How's that work? Oh, it floats in there a little bit. That's interesting. We end up doing something like inside of the panel. Just gotta make sure I have a good electrical connection, that's all. That's fine. I'll figure it out. And then this is the ground for the system, runs all the way around. And then I have these are little 4-pin DIN. This is for S-video. Kind of looks like a PS2 port, but it's not. This is just a 4-pin DIN, which is used for S-video, which is a format you don't really see much anymore. But there it is. So looking at it, 3 goes to the Luma. And then raise the chroma. I changed the colors a little bit. So this is going to be my Luma. And then this is going to be my chroma. It's going to be at the right. Okay. So let's map out some holes and drill those out. Let's see. A busy day today, actually. I had a father-in-law's in the hospital again with heart issues, so that's a little bit of a worrisome thing. So this panel is inside measurement. Almost exactly 60. So if we do 20 between, so it goes in the center there. Another 20 there. Okay, let's do that. Let's make that 15 millimeters. So mark there. Another mark there. to make sure they're all lined up. Of course, the pencil's empty. Why would it be anything else? No. See if this has got any life left in it. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. I just want to make sure everything's along the same line here. Yo. This is 16.46, so 8.2-ish. Let's just make it 8 even. It's fine. 8 here. There's that mark there. 8 there. Okay, I eyeballed it pretty well. Alright, so tool I love to use is this is this is a center punch. Nice marks on there now. And I'm going to grab a drill somewhere. What's a hot glue gun? Where's my drill at? Oh, sick. Okay, so I got my trusty drill. Alright, so this is going to be facing. Doesn't matter. I have this side. Start with the S video, so slowly step. These are great, these step bits here. They're great for just they automatically deburr as you drill. A couple more steps. About 2 more steps. Yeah, nice cleanable hole leaves though. That's why I like these step bits. Okay. One more step should do it. Here we go. Looks about right. Close. I can either drill it. I'll just drill it. There we go. Pretty tight, which is good. This way, with the keen feature down. Needs to be just a little bigger. I don't want to use the drill for that, so use this as a deburring tool. This is usually used on metal, but it works great for doing very small adjustments to plastic. And there it goes. So what I want to do is, needs actually just a tiny bit more. That's in there pretty well, actually. I don't think I gotta muck around with that one. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of hot glue on there. So that takes care of this video. And now we need the two audio jacks. Well, I guess let's measure it. .75. I think I've got an English one here. One step. One. It's pretty close to being 5/16. Okay. Let's try that. So a little more. There we go. Don't need that. Cool, cool. And then same thing. Nice. Won't matter which one you plug in because they're both going to be connected in dual mono anyway. Let's do it. Get that room to place that in there. I do. That can go there. That can go there. Tight, but that's okay. Too tight there. Plastic is soft. So the order I'll do this in, I'll drop this little plastic nut on here. Actually go the other way around. This way. Drop that little plastic nut on there. Keep putting this on the wrong direction. Think, Dave. Well, it's a flat one. Oh, different. Do this one then. So like this and this. And then I'll throw this little ground tab on here. It really doesn't matter if they're touching, because they will eventually. And then we'll throw the nut on it so we know we have a good electrical contact. A little big enough wrench up there. Maybe two. Maybe 11 millimeters, close enough. Let's see. Oh, it's so close. It's an English size, that's why. It's gotta be ½ inch. I'm not pulling the sockets out of this one. Hold on. And I'm just where's my open wrench? Big pair of pliers will do it. It's not getting launched into space. This helps me relax a little bit. Yeah. My father-in-law, he is 70. No, sorry. He is 88 right now, I think. He's born in 37, so yeah. He's getting up there in age. So, worried about what's going to happen with him. I lost my dad like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It's been a while. So it sucks. And my mother-in-law passed away about the same. They passed away within 6 weeks of each other. So that was a little weird. Yeah. Not to get too heavy on a guy working on his workbench here, but this is the, let's see, can I pass that through, wire it and pass it through, or do I have to do it? What's in there? Oh, I'll probably have to do it while it's in there. Right, work. This, and a crown wire. Through. Yeah, I think I gotta raise the price on this. This is a little bit. I forgot how fun this was to do all of this wiring and mod work. What really soured me years ago was the Sega CD or CDX. I can remember. It was like an all-in-one Sega 32 Sega Genesis together. That thing was just such a nightmare. Ugh. It's like after that, it's like I'm done. I'm tired of doing these. I'd rather work on these older systems. They're actually a lot easier to work with than 8-bit's a lot easier to work with than some of the newer stuff. So this is the challenge here. Let's do the video first. Diagram is goes this way, as seen from solder side. So that's that, and that's that. So the top two are the Luma, which is yellow. It's going to be on. Let's do this upside down. Maybe you can turn this over. Well, you're really in there already, aren't you? So looking at it here, this will be down, which is up. Okay, that's locked in. Top two pins are, the left one is the move this around a little bit. It's my working room here. Like I said, got the paint. I do it for the love of the 5200, not for anything else. It's like, I would not want to make my livelihood modding these systems. That is the Luma, which is yellow. It's just on the left top. And should I put shrink tubing? Possibly. Can't find anything tonight. I'll organize my office when I can, but not very well at this point. All right, one more pause. Let me find my shrink tubing. Okay, so I found my shrink tubing, and this is going to go on the top left. Oh, I might need magnification. Let's see. Let's get you tinned. Both of you. Get you tinned. Speed switching diodes. But I felt bored. I would explain how those work, how this whole thing works, but you don't need to know how it works to get it to work. Right here. There's your blue one with how bright it is. Chroma is gray. Still amazes me that they're able to get color television work back in the 1960s using all those analog circuits. Pretty crazy. I have a lot of respect for the some of the old school stuff. It's pretty crazy. Now, in an original system, they'd actually have separate ground wires for the Luma, Chroma, and the Shield, but I don't really have that option here. So we can hook up the audio jacks while we're here, and then finish with the ground wires. Oh man, it's getting late already. Long day. Anyways, I haven't done a tool video in years. Show you what I work with here. I'll do that after some of these controllers are done. After I get this system done, I have two new digital controllers for the 5200. And those are just basically need to be wired up at this point. Turn this off a second. change the tip on my iron. It's not big enough. It's too much thermal pass there. What I'm going to do is stop the video for tonight, and then I'm going to finish soldering these up. I got to change out to like a wedge shape, a wedge tip on there instead of that pointed tip. There's a reason you get different soldering iron tips with your iron. I need to find that tip. Definitely not that one. Oh man, that is a fine, fine tip, young man. Where are you, little friends? Where you be? Where be my iron tips? Ugh. You know, I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting tired and I'm starting to make mistakes. I don't like making mistakes when I work on other people's stuff. Particularly these are quite old systems. Oh, I forgot about my old business card. It's still pretty applicable, actually. Tiger Gamecom. It's funny, on Wikipedia, they quote my website on Wikipedia for a lot of the specifications of the Tiger Gamecom, because I did a teardown on it. Same thing with the Yaken in Taiwan. It's like, it's always funny coming across your own, someone else like out in the world. I didn't put it on Wikipedia. I went out there and linked to my website as like a source of knowledge, a reference. It's like, I always find that very amusing personally. It's like, I'm just some guy who just ripped it apart. I just read the chips off of it. Oh, where the hell are my soldering tips? Alright. I gotta cut it off now. I could use a little sleep. I mean, it's already 12:20 early on a Sunday morning, so I'll get this done. Next video, I'll be finishing this one up, and with any luck, I'll be able to finish off those digital controllers, because those should be simpler than the analog controllers I work on. Then I plow through my backlog of controllers, so I'll have the Intellivision and a bunch of other stuff too, so I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great night.